Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Nigel here again from Nigel's Modelling Bench. Got a review for you again. Another review of another 32nd scale aircraft kit. And you've obviously seen the title, so you know what it is. It's this one, the B-24 J Liberator from Hobbyboss. And it's a big old box, as you can see, and it's pretty weighty too. So let's get this on the bench and see what's in the box. Alright guys, so as with my Lancaster kit, I can't physically get the camera high enough on the stand, so I'm going to have to do a walk around the box with you and handheld, so sorry about the wobble. So anyway, yeah, this is the side of the box here. We can see some CAD images of the kit. We've got undercarriage, engines and turret. I don't quite know whether to show you that because I would hope that any kit of a Liberator had those in them. So here we can see some detail inside the nose turret, and straight away it looks like we have a seam around that turret, which is not good. Oh god, here we go. So yeah, there's the upper turret there. We've got some oxygen tanks, so we have got full interior detail. We've got the belly gun there, the ball turret, some bombs, and then we've got the cockpit there. It's all there. How detailed it is I don't know, but it's all there. And then we've got this here, which I assume is another oxygen bottle. Decals, photo etch, some history on the thing if you want to pause there and have a read. But basically, the as far as I know, the B-24 was like the juggernaut of the skies. It was an incredible thing, much like the Hurricane. Everybody talks about the Spitfire in World War II being the amazing aircraft that it was, and actually in fact it was the Hurricane that flew more than the Spitfire, I believe. And I think it's the same with the B-24 and the B-17. Everybody glorifies the Flying Fortress, B-24 gets forgotten. And I think you'll find that with these, they were, in the end, they were being built by Ford, and they were building them one every hour or something, or one every 70 minutes. It was just ridiculous. So anyway, let's turn the box over, look at the other side. Right, so here are the options we've got. We've got My Aching Ass there, which is natural metal finish. Then we've got that's My Aching Ass from the other side. And then we've got this one here, which is, I don't know what that says, but it's basically another one. And then we've got this one here in the olive drab scheme, which is probably going to be favourite because natural metal finish is not easy to replicate, although it gets easier and easier with the more and more paints we get. And then we've got the information here about, you know, not giving it to a 2-year-old. So there we go, that's the size of the box. There's the kit number there, 83211. So right, let's have a look inside. Right, so I've got everything out of the box now and had a good dig through. It's all very nice, to be honest. So let's start by looking at the decals. They come with a obviously protective cover on them. I've had to remove the tape from one side. But yeah, all lovely, colours look good. Everything's in register. They're pretty glossy. They don't feel that thick. So what have we got here? We know us. We've got War Goddess, and she's got her nice spotty pants on there. Is that red flowers on her underpants? We got My Aching Ass, which is another funny logo, and we've got this one here, Going My Way. And should there be a question mark on there? I'm not sure, but she's pulling her skirt up, so don't know. Maybe she's hot. And I don't mean hot, I mean she may be a little warm. Yeah, temperature wise, she needs cooling down because she's warm because it's sunny. Instrument panel, and then we've got our hit count here. And our hit count here, you can see that these guys were a little more subtle than these guys. So yeah, all very nice, all very sharp, all in register, lovely. So colour call outs, or the colour sheet. As usual with these all these kits these days, you get a full colour sheet. This is like A3 size almost. This is the My Aching Ass, which is obviously the first option. We've got all our paint call outs there in Mr. Hobby, Acravision, which I've never heard of, Vallejo, Model Master, Tamiya and Humbrol. You can see all the different options you need there. So if you're thinking of buying this kit, check your colours. So yeah, we've got the olive drab scheme there, which is going to be quite popular, I think, because natural matte finish on a kit this size is never going to be easy. And then we've got another natural matte finish here. This is the Going My Way, which is all very nice. So let's have a look at the clear parts. I have to do this in stages because there's just so much of it. As you can see, packaging on the clear parts is wonderful. They come in these little bubble wrap bags. They're sellotaped together, not stapled. So yeah, lovely, lovely clear parts. Very, very clear. No real distortion. If you look at my finger through there, let's have a look at some whiting, see what they're like. Put them on there. Yeah, that's very good, very nice. And then we've got these here, which are obviously the rear turret, I think. For some reason, that plastic is cloudy, not clear. Strange. And the other thing we have to look at here, which is a shame, we've not only got a seam line in the middle, but they've also put a location pin in there, which is really thoughtful of them, because now when you look through the top of the canopy, that's what you're going to see. Location pin and a join line. Why didn't they make it split that way so the join line was around here? Could have been easier, hey? And why is that foggy? I don't know why that's cloudy. Perhaps all could become clear later on. So yeah, that's that one. Let's put these back in their bags before they get scratched. We really don't want to scratch them. I would imagine the aftermarket will come along with something for this. If you remember, it's like that Arado, that Revell kit that had the pathetic join in the upper canopy, and then HPH made the one-piece resin canopy for it, which is a good thing. So here we've got the main. This is the main cockpit canopy. Again, as we can see, extremely clear, no distortion whatsoever as far as I can see. Little tiny bit around that bubble there on the side, but really that is bloody awesome. Well done, Hobbyboss. Any detail you put in that cockpit is going to just be seen so nice. That's lovely. And then we've got the sides of the ball turret here, and centre sections of the ball turret there, and then that's going to be the top turret. Why didn't they make the other turrets like this? Why did they have to do the bloody seam across the middle? So yeah, get that one back in its bag. I'm going to go scratching that. That really is nice. Really, I'm sure you'll agree. And then the final small clear sprue here. This is the part that goes under the nose there. And then we've got some small glazing panels in the side here. And once again, let's do the test. Oh yeah. Little bit of distortion from the side there, obviously because it's curved, but you would probably get that on the real aircraft anyway, because this would have been perspex or polycarbonate. So yeah, really, really nice. Well done, Hobbyboss. Done a superb job there on the clear parts, other than the join, and you've also done a superb job of packaging it and the sellotape. If you ever want to know how to do this, guys, if you ever want to know how to put parts back in a bag that's got sellotape, stick the sellotape down, flip the bag over, and then there you go. Makes life a lot easier. While we're here, let's have a quick look at the photo etch. So we've got a photo etch sheet here, which is single-sided, etched from one side. So we've got some nice detail there. This is probably parts for the bomb bay, I would say. And then this is going to be wiring for the engines. Some other bits and bobs, I'm not sure what for. But yeah, not a lot of photo etch for a kit this side, but if the moulding's good, I guess it doesn't need it. And then here, I'm not going to get these out of the bag. These are our ammo belts, which made in vinyl, which is all well and good, but when it comes to painting, it's going to be a nightmare, I think. If you've got any advice on how to paint this vinyl, please let me know. Why they couldn't make them out of moulded plastic, I don't know. So there we go. Let's move on to the instructions. Okay, so yeah, just before we look at the instructions, a couple of baggies from the little right hand compartment, which has got all the special parts in. So we've got some tyres here, which are quite soft. They're rubber or vinyl. Yeah, they don't smell of anything. No seam really to speak of. Tiny seam, but you know, sand and stick 2 seconds. But no tyre lettering or anything. So yeah, that's unfortunate. And the same on the main landing gear. Just a straight tread pattern, no seam, but no lettering or anything, and also obviously no flat spots. So probably be looking at aftermarket for those. I know it's on Hannants already. I think it's True Details have got a set of wheels on their way for this. And then we've got 3 undercarriage legs, which are individually bagged, or not individually, they're bagged up together. I don't know why they've made them like this instead of on a sprue. It's a bit strange, but I'm hoping this part is invisible, because you've got a 2 on there, a 3 on there, and oh, nothing on that one. Oh, there's a 1 on there, 1 on that leg. So once you've built your model, you can paint it and weather it and put some wash on and show what part numbers they are. Wow. I don't know why they've done that, but yeah, it's just a normal plastic. There's no metal or anything, so I don't know why they've actually moulded them separately. Anyway, let's have a look at the instructions now. Right, so we've got the manual here, normal sort of Hobbyboss trumpeter style of thing, 32 pages as you can see. On the front we've got the cautionary stuff, like, you know, don't mistake a slush puppy for antifreeze, and always wash your hands before having a wee if you've been cutting resin, stuff like that. And then we've got how to apply the decals, and we've got the same there in Chinese. Legend across the bottom. Install it first. So yeah. Right, so let's have a look in here. What have we got? We've got the sprue callouts here, all numbered, I believe, yeah, if you've got a microscope as usual. And then we've got all the sprues laid out beautifully here. So we've got our major parts here, which I'll go through, and then we'll bring the camera in and we'll look at these closer sprues, these smaller sprues close up. So let's have a quick look through the manual. We've got more parts here, and as we've already seen, we've got the ammo belts, tyres, undercarriage legs, decals, and the PE. So straight into starting with the cockpit. These colours I think will be a little bit off, because I can see that straight away they're telling you to paint the floor black. I would have thought the floor would have been green, but I'll do some research. I've got a couple of books on the B-24, so here we'll have a look. So yeah, we've got the cockpit going together there, and then we're adding obviously we've got an entrance door that opens in the bottom, I assume. So yeah, we've got the nose gear going together here, putting the nose gear straight into the nose gear bay. I don't quite know why we need to do that now. Maybe we could get away with just fitting this part and then fitting that part and then putting the nose gear in afterwards. We'll have to have a look when we do the build. And then fitting the cockpit onto the nose gear bay. Yeah, this is the sort of first floor level where they go through the bottom and stand in there, so that's all nice. It looks like they've included some detail in for the bomb aimer, but it looks a little scant, to be honest. I've actually got a 48 scale photo etch set for this, for the monogram kit, so we'll have to have a look at that and compare and see what detail hasn't been added or whatever. I think this is fairly simple, this kit. It looks like the bomb bay is fairly simple. Bombs going together there. This is, I don't know what that is. It looks like that's the area where the belly turret's going to go. Yeah. Then we've got the rear section here. Then we're building up our machine guns, adding them into the turrets. As you can see, the turrets are split in half, which is a big shame. Yeah, that's all turret. That's a different turret there. Right, yeah, sorry, I don't really understand what's going on here. I don't know if this is alternate or if this is the rear and this is the front. Not quite sure. But yeah, one of these for some reason is cloudy and we don't know why. Then we're starting on the belly turret there, the ball turret, building all that up. And I believe that operates as it says on the side of the box, it goes up and down. Then we're painting all the interior here. They're telling you to paint the Bombay grey and everything else is green. Not quite sure if that's correct. I'd have thought the Bombay would have been green as well. Adding some more detail to the inside. We've got some pipe work and some oxygen tanks. Machine gun with ammo belts, more oxygen tanks. Yeah, those panels that I saw earlier, they're actually part of the interior fuselage. So rather than slide mould it or whatever, they've done it as a separate part, which is nice, so you still get your detail. Another bulkhead there for the rear, adding some clear parts, more oxygen tanks, and the same as basically the other side. Then we're adding more pipe work, some ammo chutes there for the back. Putting in the turrets, front and rear. I wonder if you could put those in afterwards, I'm not sure. Make life easier for painting, I think. And then the ball turret's going up underneath in there. And then we're doing the upper turret. And then this massive wing spars going through. Then we've got gear doors. We've got the bomb bay doors there. There's a shroud there that goes over and like an air deflector. And then here we're adding the bomb bay gate doors in the closed position. And then we've got this part here, which is the shroud that goes around the belly turret. Adding the front part there. This looks like undercarriage base. Yes, undercarriage base for the main gear. So there's some detail there, but it looks like there's a lot that could be added. I should imagine Ed ought to jump all over this. And probably some resin people will as well. Tell you to put our lights in there. And then we've got the flaps and ailerons going in. Bottoms of the engine covers with the supercharger, the turbos. Yeah. People call these superchargers, but they're not. They're turbochargers. Anything that's driven by the exhaust is a turbocharger. Superchargers are driven by the crankshaft. So there. That's my opinion anyway, and I'm sticking to it because I'm old and miserable. So, right, adding the wheels on to the landing gear, and then the engines going together. I have heard a lot of talk about these engines being very, very simple. We'll have a look in a minute. But yeah, it's looking very much just like the 48 scale monogram kit, which you replace anyway because they're so simple. But then how much can you see of them? I don't know. But this aircraft used R1800 was at the engine, which is quite a common engine, so there's probably going to be aftermarket engines out there already. Although I should imagine Ed ought to jump on it and make resin wheels and engines. So there we got the tailplanes going together and the vertical rudders, and then we're adding that onto the back, and then that's it, adding some antenna and stuff, and the kit's finished. What I'm not sure about is if you can actually make it without gluing the wings on. Not sure if you could just clip the wings on without glue. No, it actually is pinned through the wings. You can see here the wing is pinned through, so unless you could make up some kind of ball spring up there, you could perhaps clip the wings on. But no, it's designed to actually have them glued on permanently, and there's no means of hanging on the wall or anything like you get the HK models B17. So yeah, you're going to need some room for this, guys. Right, actually I'm going to need some room for it, aren't I? So there we go. So let's start looking at some more sprues. Right, main sprues. Let's look at the fuselage and the wings. I've had to bring the camera up again, guys, because obviously everything's so huge. This is 640 millimeters long, roughly. So yeah, over 2 feet. Very nicely presented on a very heavy sprue that's very, very rigid, and it's going to keep it well protected in transit. The sprue connection points, as we can see, are on the surface, which is something I love when they do this. Rather than having it actually on the outside, it's on the surface. So you cut the parts off, trim down to nearly the surface and the sandback, and then your sprue nib is hidden behind the glue joint, obviously. So let's start by having a quick look inside. I'm going to be whacking into things here, I think, because it's so big. So we've got no real sidewall detail here. There's obviously some bits and pieces that go on, so it's a bit lacking in detail there. We've got some cockpit sidewall detail here. I said earlier there were no ejection pin marks. You can see what they've done. They put the ejectors as straight lines here, which is great because they're going to be easy to sand out. It's better than having great big circles everywhere. So thanks for that, Hobbyboss. You've done a good job. Some nice detail there inside the bomb bay. Looks like we had some ejector pins there that have been snapped off. which is a bit unusual because we haven't got on the other side. A bit weird. Then we've got the waist gunner area here, and then going into the tail gunner area here. So yeah, probably the nicest detail area is this bit here. But that lovely clear, those lovely clear parts, we're going to see a lot of this as well. So yeah, all great, all there and all there to be added to. I'm sure the aftermarket will go to town on this. Do you need it? Probably not. We shall see. You could probably scratch, because do your 32nd scales, everything's so big, it's not so bad, not too difficult to scratch build. So that's the inside. Let's have a look at the outside. So here we've got the tracks where the bomb doors, the bomb doors on the B-24, they didn't actually open as a bomb door like this. They actually slid up the sides. We can see we've got some lovely rivet detail on here and some lovely panel lines, but there aren't enough rivets. This thing would be plastered in rivets. So I don't know, you could get the tool, your rosy riveter out. I don't know, probably best to just leave it as it is. So there we go. But all very, very nice, all lovely and crisp and clean, no flash, no ejector pin marks. Nice. And it's also a very nice Hobbyboss. I do like Hobbyboss plastic, very nice indeed. So let's put that one over there. Right, lower wings, we can see we got some lovely rivet detail on here, but not enough. As I say, we got all the paneling is there and everything, but there's not really enough rivet detail to you know, there should be more there. And then these are those parts again. I thought these were parts of the fuselage. They're inner fuselage around the waist gunners up on the roof. And we've got some hexagonal parts there. These are what they clip in. They don't clip in, do they? The wings need to glue around that huge centre main spar. And then let's have a quick look. Yeah, so these round pins here on the upper wing are going to clip into those hexagonal holes there. They obviously made them hexagonal to make them engage better. So you're getting interference. If they were just rounded interference, they wouldn't go together. So there we go. And there's holes in the most. Maybe there's screws that go up through there. I didn't notice that in the instructions. But yeah, I've got some ailerons there with some detail on. Not sure if that detail is overdone or whatever, but it's there. And the undercarriage bases looks like formation lights or landing lights here. Yeah, obviously there's no detail inside because you don't need it, because they've got those individual undercarriage bays. And then looking on here on the upper wing surface again, we've got all the lovely rivet detail on the ports and access panels and all around the panels. But again, there's not enough. There should be more rivets. But then if there were more rivets, people would probably say there's too many rivets. So, but yeah, looks like they've got the shape of the engine is nice, that oval shape that they just had. So common on the B-24s were so well known for. So that's the main sprues. I forgot to tell you, these wings are 500mm long. So yeah, you're going to have a wingspan of over a metre, that's for sure. So right, that's the main parts done. Let's have a look at some of the smaller sprues now. Right then, here we go. So I've got a mountain of sprues here. I'm going to stop halfway through for air. I've got two piles of sprues, roughly 4 or 5 inches high. It's ridiculous. And all these sprues are roughly the same size now. They're all about what's that? 330 by 230. So yeah, they're all roughly the same size. My dog's just decided to start playing with the box on the floor. So there we go. This is Sprue Q. I was going to do it in alphabetical order, and I did notice there's no Sprue B in this kit, so it should be interesting. Maybe when the B-24 D comes out, the fuselage halves will be the B sprue, and the rest of the kit will be the same. So yeah, this is part of the obviously turrets. Not going to try and profess to know what is what, but this is obviously all turret parts. Is that part of the nose wheel there? I'm not sure. But yeah, it's all crystally moulded, no flash. As you can see, there's the machine guns. Ends not drilled, but hey, that's not the end of the world. Most people have probably replaced the barrels anyway. So yeah, Profi modeler do some barrels, and also you've got the RB model barrels as well. One word of advice: Profi modeler tend to make barrels that fit the kit. So if the kit is wrong, like with the HK models B-25, that's got weird sized barrels on it, then the barrels the Profi modeler make will be weird size as well. So rather than make them correct size and then let you alter the kit accordingly. So there we go. Right, I need to stop my dog eating the box a second. Hang on. Right, that was good. That was close because she's had her ball in the box with the photo etch and everything. So that could have been nasty. And the clear parts. Maybe she is the Hong Kong Models dog. So there we go. That's that sprue there. All lovely, all crisp and everything. I wish I knew more of what the parts were, but unfortunately, because there are just so many in this kit, then it's going to be difficult to identify them all. But yeah, I've obviously got some ammo belts there and stuff. Yeah, lovely. Here we've got more turret parts. I'm not even going to bother to look if these guns are drilled on the end because they've got ejector pins on them. But yeah, this is Sprue Z, or it might be N. No, it's probably Z. Yeah, again, crisply moulded, no flash, very nice sharp detail. I think this kit is a little lacking in detail, but what is there is nice. Whatever that is there, that's some kind of piece of equipment that's nicely moulded. And yeah, all lovely. Kind of ejector pin marks on that piece there, but I don't think that's going to matter. Yeah, they've tended to go, this is nice, on these side panels that go in the turrets here. They've got this lovely detail on this side, and on the other side you've got the detail as well, and they've tended to stay away from ejector pin marks and use these ejector pin nubs, as I call them. Got a little rear bulkhead there, and as with Hobbyboss trumpets, what they normally do, some small parts in behind there. I'm not going to remove the, that's the handle there for the machine guns, isn't it? So yeah, all very, very nice, all very, very crisp, all clean, no flash, no ejector pin marks, blah de blah de blah. Right, here's the lower engines, and obviously part of the bulkhead detail here. But yeah, again, decent size sprue. Lovely rivet detail. We've got some detail here which goes up behind the turbochargers. Flaps. There's rivet detail on them. Yeah, all nice, all crisp, all clean, no flash. Again, this lovely hard Hobbyboss plastic. I do like it. We got two of these sprues. This is obviously the bomb sprue. So we've got 6 bombs there, and 6 bombs. We've got 12 bombs. These are £500, I believe, aren't they? And then we've got some oxygen tanks. Got a seat there, which is pretty featureless. That needs some padding detail added to that. That's interesting. The tails of the bombs have been made in a sort of 2-part way. That's quite interesting. It's nice. I like the way they've done that. Interesting to see how it goes together. Being Hobbyboss, it will probably fit together. Lovely, this kit. Machine gun detail there. More oxygen tanks. Some fine little handles here moulded. A little bit of a mould seam on them. It's not burring, it's a mould seam. And there's a machine gun track there. As I say, there was 2 of those sprues. Oh my god, this one weighs a ton. This one here is obviously the main spar, and then we've got some floor detail. So this will be, I'm guessing this will be the roof of the nose gear. Yeah, and this will be something else. Yeah, nice details. I think it's a bit nicer than the Hong Kong models B-17, to be honest. I hope it's more accurate as well, because the Hong Kong models B-17, if you look at the cockpit in that, the pilots would have to have 10-foot long legs to actually fly that aircraft. But yeah, lovely. So nice detail there, lovely detail on that bulkhead. Turn over, we've got some ejector pin marks on the back of there, but I don't think they're going to matter. Ooh, nasty ejector pin marks there. If that's visible, that's going to be a nightmare to sort. But yeah, all in all, quite nice. But yeah, I think that's the nose gear. That's the nose gear, and this is going to be the area under the front bomb aimer, I think. I wonder if you'll be able to see up through there. Very nice. And we've got this massive, thick wing spar here, which is absolutely solid. And, yeah, that gives you the right dihedral on the wings. I wasn't sure they had dihedral, these planes. And another nice sprue here, which we've got some more flooring and panel detail in. We've got some ailerons or flaps, is it? These are flaps, aren't they? Which is very nice. And then we've got this is the floor area around the ball turret. Then we've got the cockpit floor there. And then some more detail up underneath the cockpit there. Or up underneath the floor, should I say. We've got the rear floor there. With the bulkhead with some ejector pin marks on the back. But they are literally a couple of thou high. They would come off. Let's just have a look. Let's get a floory. This is a good green floory fine sanding stick. They're going to come off in literally, yeah, they're going to come off in seconds. So yeah, nice one, Hobbyboss. Well done. These Z pins here have been snapped off. So that's that for that first pile of sprues. Let's get into the next pile. Right, back again. More sprues. Another great big pile. So here we've got the vertical tails or rudders or whatever you want to call them, fins. Nice detail on these. Again, no flash, crisp and everything, and lovely. And we've obviously got movable control surfaces on here. You can see some lovely rivet detail, nice panel lining. And not sure if all this is overdone or whatever, but it's all nice and will look lovely with a wash and a dry brush and a bit of a scuff up, just to add a bit of interest to it. Ejector pins on the back, they've all been snapped off. More of that in a minute. Then we've got the tail plane here. I guess it's still called a tail plane, even though it goes between two vertical uprights. But yeah, lovely and crisp and no flash, and just lovely. It's really nice. It's a shame there's not more rivet detail, in my opinion. Some people may be of the other school and be perfectly happy with it. Whether you add more detail, I don't know. I mean, if you look at some of the Revell kits, they've got no rivet detail at all. But then, having said that, they cost like a third of the price of this. So, you know, the Revell, if Revell made this kit, it would be £60 tops. But it probably wouldn't be as nice. So we've got another sprue here with, we've got the instrument panel, and we've got some parts of the bomb bay by the look of it. That's the part that goes around the belly turret, another bulkhead, some wheels. Very nice. I'm glad they've included the wheels actually with the wheel detail rather than just the capped over ones, because I don't like those capped over wheels. They just look so bland to me. I like to see the wheel detail, but that's my opinion and I'm sticking to it. So the instrument panel there, remember the decal sheet had the one large decal for that. We'd probably be better off getting some aftermarket decals from that, from Airscale or something. I've got a few of them. And also there's no real detail around the instruments. I don't know if I can get in there close enough, but there should be some framing around those. Well, there is something, but it's very faint. Again, Airscale or probably Ed will come out with a lovely instrument panel for it. So there we go, and there's the nice wheel detail there, which is all nice and crisp. Whether it's correct or not, I don't know, but it's crisp. Again, no flash, and lovely, beautifully presented. A tool of Greeblies, or a sprue of Greeblies, should I say. There's like bomb racks here, bits there, some sort of antenna there, more parts here, antenna. Yeah, very nice. I wish I knew more about this aircraft and then I could explain it more. Yeah, lovely. Right, so we've got the next sprue now with the bomb bay doors and everything on, which is very nice. There's 6 of those. I'm sure this is going to be something else, or maybe this is going to be bomb bay doors open. These will be bomb bay doors closed. So there's not 6 of them, there's 8 of them, I can't count. And then we've got some nice pipework and cabling that goes up the inside of the bomb bay there, which is all very nice. We've got 2 of these sprues, matching sprues, which has obviously got propellers on, which are one piece rather than having separate blades, turbochargers, some cowling parts there, engines, cowlings there. I don't quite know why we've got this part of the engine here which is blanked off. I'm assuming this is the back of the engine and this is the front, but yeah, not very good. But when you put the cowling over and you add the photo etched leads which they've got in the kit, maybe it'll pop, I don't know, but I can imagine people will be wanting to change those. But you know, if you want to do an out of the box build, paint them black, give them a light coating of some graphite or silver or something, and then a proper dry brushing with some proper bright silver. I mean, you can see there, if you catch them in the shadows, you know, I reckon they'll look alright. Really? Or not. Whatever. Here we got our next but last sprue. It's the back side. This is going to be interior parts here. This is going to be all interior parts. These are the undercarriage bays, that's what they are. They're the main undercarriage bays, and they're actually very, very nice. Beautifully moulded. Nice flanged holes there. Yes, missus, flanged holes. Lovely. Dovetail joints there to keep it all together. Yeah, lovely. Really, really nice. And then on the back we've got a multitude of ejector pins here. You can see it all over there, all over there, all over there, all the way across here. And yeah, what these are, a lot of people talk about these. I don't think a lot of people know what they actually are. They're called, at least they're called America Z-pins. If you look at them in section, you can see they're not straight, they're like a wedge. You see that? It's like a wedge shape. And if you notice, they're all pretty much in the same direction. Okay, so they're all pretty much flat to the right in this view here. Yeah, there's 2 reasons they do this. One is if you have a problem, say when you're injecting the plastic, obviously the plastic is injected into the center here, and you've got a load of fine detail and you have a problem filling one side of the sprue, you may put these in to give you extra capacity on the other side to force, while it's moulding, it's got more time for the plastic to get into this side. That could be one reason for it. But the main reason it's done is if you just had ejector pins on there, you can imagine that the mould tool would just press the sprue out and it would fall on the ground. They can do that. Doing this enables them to hold the part in the tool even though it's ejected. So they're basically, they're generally moulded vertically like this, and the mould tool comes together, injects the plastic, and the mould tool opens, and then the ejector pins from this side push out and the part falls out. But if for some reason they didn't want this to fall out, they could do this, and then as the ejector pins come forward, you program the machine for the ejector pins to stay out, and this part will be supported, just hanging there on the ejector pins. Now I can probably hold this, there you go. So that sprue is now held as the ejector pins would have held it, and if someone can come and just take it off like that. I don't think that's the reason they've done this, because I see no reason why they wouldn't want this one to fall, but that's generally what that is all about. So now you know. And if I'm wrong, please tell me, but I'm 99% sure I'm correct. Final sprue now, final sprue for this review anyway. Undercarriage legs there, and those main gear legs by the look of it. Very, very thick and chunky. Still don't know why they've got those legs moulded separately. It's probably a different plastic or something that's stronger. They might be ABS or something. But yeah, very, very nicely detailed. Very, very crisp. Really, really nice. This is some seat detail here by the look of it, or is it undercarriage bay? Not sure. And then we've got some internal detail on these panels. Again, completely void of ejector pin marks, which is really, really nice. And yeah, overall, beautiful. Beautiful. Really happy with that. There you go. What a lovely kit. For the money, when you consider this is £150, actually can be get for about 135, compared to the 399 retail for the HK Lancaster. Without even looking at the Lancaster kit, you can see that this B-24 is a comparative bargain. How we can ever call a plastic kit for over £100 a bargain, I don't know, but yeah, it certainly is. For the money, I think it's well worth it. Even if you threw all the resin aftermarket and turned it into a complete masterpiece, I should imagine you still be well within the cost of a Hong Kong Models Lanc. But then, having said that, we all know this ain't a Lanc. So Hong Kong Models probably could have charged more and people still would have bought it. So anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that review. I certainly enjoyed putting it together. I might build this. I look forward to it. I keep saying that, don't I? I think if I built all my kits, I'd have to live to 158. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. While this is uploaded, I'm up the pub having a few beers with some ex-work colleagues. So I'll see you all soon. And if I don't see you before, have a nice Christmas and bye.